to most democratic show. Sorry, I just noticed that in Twitch the stream is just black. So I need to figure out what is going on with Twitch. Maybe it's some encoder settings or something. But anyways, welcome to new show, everybody. And join show link is soon finished. It will come to the participate page soon. Maybe during this episode. We'll see. If not, then no guests today. Anyways, first I would like to thank everyone for watching the show. Yes, you should clap yourself to be part of this amazing journey. And today I want to do things a little bit differently. I will show you some stuff that maybe you don't know even exists. And you have access to that if you are a subscriber. But first, we will check if the changes are done or not. Just a moment. All right. So basically soon in the participate page after the website has been rebuilt, you will have join show link. And you can join if you are a subscriber. So now I want to really let the subscribers speak here and have their access to this special feature which has been open so far. But for lucky for everyone, Diego is a subscriber, so he will be coming on every show. All right, and also, yeah. So anyways, now I want to show you a few things before we start the show, like what it means that to have a subscription on TeknoParrot and stuff like that. So I will just show you here. So if you use TeknoParrot, you are. Thank you for new subscriber. Thank you so much. Thank you. All right. So here you can see all the games that you have. You can access the emulation modules if you have subscription. The list is quite long, and in next week again we will do the raffle and free up and stuff like that. So every other week we try to free some stuff up, and let's just Destiny handle its course and select something. Like it was crazy last time. Before last time we freed up one gun Midnight 6 RR, which was very new. But we have to respect the wheel of fate. So that is basically what. And then you have the special channels here. If you link your Discord with the TeknoParrot.com in the settings, you get access to these special channels, for example, like subscriber chat, which is only for subscribers. This is very calm. People don't talk that much here. But typically there is, they talk quite much. All right. And then there is also subscriber help. So many times your message can get lost in the sea of different channels and help channels and whatever. So we have subscriber help where you can ask help and also talk to other people here who are subscribers. And then we have generals chat, which is for general and 5-star general rank. And basically this is only very special place. And here you can see, for example, Nibs is answering immediately, like within 30 minutes to this dude. And then if you really want to decide what we work on, like you want to have a say on our task list. Then we have Presidential Palace, who only for the high rollers here. And as you can see, there was actually a lot of talk here during the Gundam phase when we did the Gundam. We should probably support Gundam, the latest version soon. But anyways, so this Chinese gentleman, he registered on the president tier, which gets you access here, and we were just talking here in this presidents. This is for presidents only. So for example, if you, I would like to play, what is that boat anime girl game that people always keep asking us about? Well, for example, there is Fate Grand Order, and then there is the latest Gundam game, and that anime gunboat game. I don't even remember its name. You can come to Presidential Palace, and every day right here, please, where is Fate Grand Order? Fate Grand Order, please. You're president, we cannot ban you. You can just talk here until we work on it. So if you really want to make a difference on which way we are going, Presidential Palace is for you. And that's like $100 per month. And then there is even the higher tier, which is Emperor of Arcade. We don't have any Emperors of Arcade, but if somebody is Emperor of Arcade, basically it's president with steroids, then you can even tell us more. And that is quite a formidable tier. It gives out so many keys that it's funny, almost. But maybe you have your super home playing system or something, I don't know. And you need that many keys, or you just want to give them around, you can lend them. So anyways, the new game which was supported was Mission Impossible. And yeah, and it's for everyone, so not for the subscribers. We just wanted to support it because it's like a legendary, almost, from this legendary game series, and we noticed that finally somebody had done it or got access to the machine and PCBs and whatever. But anyways, remember Presidential Palace, welcome to Presidential Palace. And then we will look at the changes from last week. So remember, this is only 1 week of changes always. So let's see. Okay, yeah, we freed Police Trainer last week too, Police Trainer 2, and it's quite good game. It received some fixes after it was freed also. So then Mighty Mike made some fixes on Daytona New Season Edition on FFB Blaster. So FFB Blaster is the force feedback special plugin with lamps and everything for subscribers. And then Boomslang was working on submissions again. Guess this is fixing something. Then Mighty Mike added cabinet feedback strength option for Daytona 3, so improvements on the force feedback again. And then even more improvements on force feedback plugin Blaster. Then even more, like Mighty Mike is on fire every day. Wheel calibration added for Daytona New Season Edition. And I guess Golden T 2000. Wait a minute, why would you want force feedback on the Golden T? Interesting. Then even more fixes by Mighty Mike on FFB Blaster, like, oh my god, so many fixes. But it's improving all the time, and the force feedback gets more accurate and everything, and more perfect. And you can, with the outputs, you can basically have your, if you have a like a button with lights, you can sync them like in the original game, so the lights would go on and off, for example start button and whatever. So that's so cool. And then Mighty Mike fixed some items not showing also in FFP Blaster. Then Boomslang fixed some submission issues on score submissions, and also I can't underline this new feature, YouTube upload submissions, which is when you one time set it up, it automatically always uploads your games to YouTube, and you can just play 100 times and every one of them goes to YouTube automatically. So then was some work in progress game support by Poki and some hooking stuff for TeknoParrot core. Then Poki made some additional cleanups for the code and some FFP Blaster support. Then Boomslang added drift records now to the high score system, so we can go and check it out immediately actually. Let's do that now. So we go to, oh, and look at the front page. Oh. I worked on this so hard with AI, of course, but now the front page is so perfectly beautiful, and you have these animations, the buttons up there, and different kind of statistics here. Now you can see total members. That's insane, 70,000 registered members. Then we have 3,000 active subscribers. This many licenses are active. This is how many online sessions has been established this week, and almost 20,000 submissions. 20,000 submissions. That's crazy. And you can see now in the front page some high scores here, and even feature games, and this keeps changing, so if you update it shows how many strikes and how many spares have been shot, and here you can see top strike leaders and top spares leaders, and then you can see the weekly show again on the front page, and here you have some statistics like what are the 5 most played games on TeknoParrot. And Initial D8 is just number 1, 64,400 sessions. I've been starting to think to emulate the server on Initial D8. Maybe, and even online matchmaking, that would be nice since it's so popular game. 64,400, and we didn't even start collecting these. In TeknoParrot UI you can disable this feature, and if you want to have it on, then you can have it on. If your machine is offline, of course we don't know. We don't know what the true numbers are, but these are everyone who has it on. So maybe 50% of the people, I don't know. Maybe the real value is over 100,000. So anyways, so let's look at the high scores now. The new feature in Battle Gear 4. So we support all these beautiful games here with high scores. And let's see. And now also the scores are updated so that you cannot be first and second place. You can only be at your top score. So if somebody is second, then he is second. So let's see if there are the driftings now here. Alrighty. Or maybe it is in the submissions, let's see. Oh yeah, here is now the drifts are saved now here as well. Cool, excellent. All give to Boomslang. And then some improvements on network adapters. Then now in 1GAM6RR you can now expose terminal options in the UI. So basically if you want to run as your own terminal separately, it's now possible. Then Police Trainer received some updates by Poki to have a VGA resolution instead of the original resolution was like super weird. And then some enemy placements were fixed. And now you can also run it in 4K, so if you want Police Trainer 2 in 4K, you can now do it. Then Mighty Mike makes some whip, work in progress thing. Then this is my updates now for the website, so this is 4 days ago. I added the weekly show back to the front page, then I removed some hard coding. Then I improved the front page as I already showed you. And then Poki made update for Elfloader 2 for Police Trainer to fix some alley level thing. I guess the enemy placements were wrong. And then there was another fix, improved workaround for absurdly high resolution. So maybe if you want to play Police Trainer 2 in 8K, now you can also do that. Police Trainer 2 in 8K. Then I added the compatibility page on TeknoParrot.com. So now we have here beautiful button compatibility. But the problem is now that we need your help. Basically, all these things, they have no general setup here. They don't have this information, so we need your people's help now. We need to make this as accurate as possible, and now you can win free subscriber time if you help us. So basically, we now have a GitHub called, oh my god, no, it's not called oh my god, it's called River Technogods, and there is here TP compatibility, so you can fork this. It has one JSON file, so this is for anyone who has even a little bit of experience with editing JSON files. You can easily do this. So basically there is this file and it has all these informations about these games. So for example here we can see common issues, sound isn't working. Then we go here, we go back and we also we have search here. I can just put here. Okay, so I click this. And now you can see AMD has issues, Intel is unplayable, perfect on NVIDIA. And now you can see the issues here. So basically when you click here, you can see the text that was just right here. You could even ask AI how to edit this. And then you just make something called pull request with your changes on my Git on this main branch. And then you can participate in fixing this file together, and then it will be glorious because we have very accurate information. Also here you have index.php, so when you clone this, you can just open it in your browser and you can see how it would look on the page. Of course, this is a test page. This is not the actual page, but anyways. All right, and then this was a nice feature. There's even some games that are not even supported here, but that remains the task of the peoples. And then now here we have a channel called Wiki Task Force. And basically here we now have this. So there is like over 300 games that need to be fixed. And if you add valuable informations on them, for example, all the GPU info and how to set it up, you get 25 points. And so if you just update 10 games, you get a key for a weekly subscriber. So now we have 32 keys up for grabs if you all just do 10 games. And the subscription is yours. So let's move on to the next thing. Thank you all in the chat. Thank you very much. All right, then Boomslang made a big update on the high scores, improve high score pages for most racing and light gun games, detail on description, show all, show less button added if more than 3 submissions by separate users to see all rankings. Videos will display on top time scores areas. A few games still require work, Sega Rally 3 Outrun 2 with specialist pages already. Oh, and then Boomslang removed the drift game mode in Battle Gear and then made some fixes on Battle Gear. Then Pocky fixed the scaling on the front page video on mobile, it looked stupid. Then I updated some security stuff that we do on the back end of the server. Then I improved the Sega Rally 3 high scores and the Outrun 2 high scores, so we can also check those out now. So let's go to Sega Rally 3. So now you can also see all the players here. There is still top 10 spot space here, so if you want to be on the list, just play one time on Sega Rally 3. And what is cool in Sega Rally 3 is when you click this, that it shows the high score, it has even the videos of what car you used, if it's manual or automatic, and oh, so beautiful. Wild Wolf should set motto here, so when somebody opens this page, they can see, oh, I am the winner, and then they can be jealous of the #1 position. Just kidding. But anyways, and then Outrun was also improved. So if you go to Outrun now, this also has to show all button and even videos here, so you can just directly see somebody's game. So excellent, so excellent. Anyways, I hope you play a lot of high scores. We now almost have 20,000 submissions, so we are growing exponentially. Then Mighty Mike made some more work in progress for Force Feedback Blaster. And then Boomslang made some more fixes on Outrun 2 high scores. Then Pocky made some experiments for work in progress game and some other improvements. Then Pocky added Mission Impossible. And then made some additional fix. Then I made the video because yesterday morning I was very sick. But I took some horse dewormer and now I'm fine. And then Pocky made some axis fixes for Mission Impossible, and then you can now unlock the bonus stage on start without needing to clear any other stages first, and then more Mission Impossible fixes, and more Mission Impossible, and more Mission Impossible fixes, and some cleanup. Then Boomslang made some front page fixes. Then added YouTube upload function to Battle Gear 4. And show total high score submissions on front page. Then even more, Mighty Mike made some improvements on force feedback blaster, Mission Impossible force feedback plus outputs lamps. So now if you want to shining a light, blinking lights, you can do that. Then some additional fixes. Then Poki made some minor layout improvements on TeknoParrot.com, which is the participate page. So if you go TeknoParrot home and participate, you can now join this show by clicking this join show. And we need to actually fix this, covering this. So if you want to join the show, just click here if you're a subscriber. So anyways, that's for all the numerous updates, and we have Diego ready here. Let's take Diego. Hello, Diego.
Hello.
You found the link. Oh, well, that's it for Diego, I guess. So anyways, remember to participate, and now there is some issue again with the stream info. Let me see. Alright, so we have 25 participants for the raffle today, which is great. Why is somebody muting Diego? Well, Diego dropped off, so I guess you are saved who didn't want to hear what Diego has to say. So, let's go to the raffle for the free keys. So, let's refresh here as well. 25 participants. Welcome to the weekly raffle. So let's start the raffle. So here you can win a weekly demo key for free. Okay. Slade 2019, congratulations and blessings. Givers, congratulations and blessings. The join link is in the participate page. Fernando Liro, congratulations and blessings. Somebody is asking custom resolution for Dead Heat Riders. Well, bro, if you would be president, I could put that on more bigger priority. K-Scar, congratulations and blessings. Oh. Yeah, you just got Mission Impossible for free. What would you even want to vote about? Ada Sweet, congratulations and blessings. LLLLLL44, congratulations and blessings. Or was it? Yeah, it was L. Three more, congratulations and blessings, J. Broom. I mean 2 more now. Congratulations and blessings, Abenet. And now for the last lucky winner. Drake! Maybe it's the real Drake. Congratulations and blessings. Thank you, and I hope you have blessed weekend, everyone. And now I will give out the keys to the peoples. So first we have Sladen. Then we have Givers. Then we have Fernando Liro. Sounds like a fighter name. Hollow 000. K-Scar. Ada Sweet. Congratulations and blessings for you as well. And then LLLL4. And then J Broom. J Broom has won so many times. He has insane luck. Abenet. And then we had Drake. Okay. Thank you for participating in the free raffle. And now I will still check if there's some guests left. Yeah, there's Chief Kimby. What's up, Chief?
Hello again. How you doing? Hello.
I'm fine. Better today already and making a lot of plans and updates now for the...
Well, I heard when you released Mission Impossible, you thought you weren't going to do the show today because of your sick, but I'm glad you're better.
Yeah, I took the dewormer. Now I'm better.
That was a nice surprise yesterday. I wasn't expecting that to finally appear. That was a nice surprise.
Yeah, well, somebody had worked on it on their own, so why not?
That was great, and you should see the submissions for the Golden Tee. There's already close to 700 submissions already.
700. What is your? Do you have any number one ranks on any category?
No. I'm a bit bad at the game, but there's some guys on the score that are really good.
Yeah, let's check quickly here. So where is the here and high scores and Golden Tee? Yeah, 640 submissions. But there's so many categories here. Like there is also the hole-in-ones and longest drive and some other stuff too.
That was good. So let's see what else. I'm planning to go to the local arcade later today and just jokingly say, hey, now this is already home.
Hey, how's it going?
Hello, River.
What were you saying, Chief Kumbi? Go to the arcade and what?
Hello.
Diego, you gotta get away from the people.
Yeah, Diego, your mic, we can hear all the other people. Please put it on mute.
No, please. I'm gonna. No, sorry. It's because I'm in a restaurant in Playa del Carmen, Mexico.
Why are you in restaurant in TeknoParrot show?
Because I'm going for vacation in Playa del Carmen, Mexico.
Oh, nice. Do you like Mexico?
Yeah. But I'm gonna say something. What is the new game for today?
Mission
It
Impossible.
was Mission Impossible yesterday.
But is there other game?
No, that was the game that was supposed to be released today, but Reaver got sick, so he released it yesterday.
Yeah. Is Mission Impossible playable to start to finish?
Yes.
And there's no graphical issues.
No.
No,
Well,
Diego is on vacation and can't play Mission Impossible.
okay. I'm gonna tell you something. Did you see that Raccoon Rampage has steering issues?
No.
What has steering issues?
Please, because
What the fuck? Diego, put the microphone on mute.
Too loud, bro.
He's like having a party or something. So
Yeah,
what were
sounds
you
like-
saying, Chief Kymbi? You are going to the arcade.
Yes.
To do what?
Play all these games on the real machine. On the real machine. On the real.
I can go into my living room and do that.
Me too. I have tuned him at home. And some Webelixes.
Well,
Hey, you should go
ju-
play Top Gun though if they have it at Dave and Buster's. Where are you going to play at?
that's what I was just gonna say. Yes.
Hell yeah! I think
Well,
that out, and the next 3 stages of Godzilla VR are out also. So there's like 5 stages now.
Well, I'm gonna have to go later and get past. Need to sneakily get the technician's key and open some of these stuffs up and send it to the vet devs. Open the key.
That'd be nice.
Well, I just need to get really sneaky though if I want to do it. I just need to find where the game technicians take their break and open the back door and where all the keys are.
You
What you
are now
need to
you are now thinking completely wrong way.
I have a way better idea.
Yeah, me
So
too.
what you
There
do,
is
right, is you hide a computer somewhere with you and you stay in there until they close. You find a place to hide behind like one of those curtains, right? And then when they're closed, you go and you get into the machine somehow and you take care of what you got to until they open. Then you hide back behind the curtains and pretend you're a customer after like about 20 minutes after they open.
I get you, but I need the key since they.
Yeah, you'll get the key, but I'm saying if you get the key and then you don't have to worry about them. If you do it while they're there, you could wait for them to leave. And then when they're left, then you could do everything, take it all out and put it back like it never happened.
Okay. Well,
It's
the
a
problem is they probably noticed too quickly. It's not like it can ship the boards like within one day, get it all the way 24 hours later, put them all back in and working. So I can't.
Well, we need a crew, dude. What we need like a Buster's 13.
that actually happened.
We're getting a crew together. We got to do a heist. We need to get this Top Gun Maverick.
That actually happened long time ago in Japan. I know some people who, because in the Sega cabinets they always use the same key in the doors, you know. So some people went to the Japanese arcade and opened the cabinet and took out the dongles from the machines.
Yeah, they just had
and they left the country the next day. So that was so crazy. I remember hearing about this back in the day.
Yeah, check this out. There was just a heist. McFarlane toy truck was just heisted for a bunch of action figures a few weeks ago.
For action figures?
Yeah, some Jokers that were like exclusive or some shit that were, I guess they were going to Walmart. And like the whole truckload of them is gone. Like all of them are gone. Like they never got the truck. I was not involved.
Why do you have new action figures behind you?
Oh, I got thousands of action figures. I got about 35,000.
Why?
Because I have the largest toy collection in the world.
That's crazy.
I'm not even kidding you. I'm serious. A heart attack.
What's
There's
your
like
rarest?
toys
What's your
everywhere.
rarest item? What's your rarest item?
This blue bumblebee right here behind me. Let me go grab it.
Do you have any He-Man figures?
Yeah, I have all of them. I got the
Do you
Castle Great Skull and
No
Snake
way!
Man.
Can you show it?
Oh, I got those in my shed, but I can go grab them out at some point and show them. Like I can pull them out. They're still in the box. I didn't open them.
Oh.
All my He-Man stuff is sealed still. Like I got the old Snake Mountain and the Castle Grayskull still in the box, and then I mean the box is a little beat up, but they're still like new. You know what I mean? And then I've got I got the original He-Man unpunched and the original Skeletor unpunched. And then I've got extras of those, but they're like, they were store-bought. They weren't unpunched. Well, unpunched means that they still got the little thing in the thing before they punch it out, before they stick it on the hook. So that way the cards are like 10 out of 10. Like the ones I have are like, they could be AFA'd as 10 because the condition that they're in and whatnot.
So how much is your collection worth?
There's only 5 of these that exist. Hasbro has a couple of them, and Takara has a couple of them, and then I got one.
So how much is your figures worth if you would sell them?
Millions. I just sold a dinosaur the other day for like $500. Just one dinosaur, and I got thousands of dinosaurs. I'm not even kidding. Like,
so what got you started collecting these figures?
I couldn't walk for a couple years. I was walking in one time in a Walmart. I had a slip and fall. I didn't really get much money for that, but I couldn't do anything. I was going to rehab, learn how to walk again, and I studied like old magazines and catalogs like Sears, Montgomery Ward's, JCPenney shit. And I was like, man, all these toys, I wish I could have them all. I'm like, I just retired like a year before from doing the arcade shit. And I was doing that Type X stuff back then. So I had a lot of money back then. So I just started buying a lot of toys. But I didn't let nobody get over on me. I would like buy collections or buy like, buy all kinds of like deals off Craigslist or eBay, or I go to conventions and get really good deals on shit. And then a lot of this stuff is like the Comic-Con stuff behind me, like the G.I. Joe Transformer shit. So I just been collecting that ever since. I mean, I love it. I mean, shit, nothing's more awesome than having like, like Han Solo, like, and like, look, they're like how we would have wanted them as when we were kids, I mean, that's his like real likeness. Harrison Ford, that's pretty cool. Same thing with like the Jurassic stuff. Like here, I got this Grant right here with that's the part 3. He has the tail's right there. It's just still in the package. I haven't taken it out completely yet. I'm going to though. I got 2 of them. I get like 2 of everything. I keep one in the package and open one. So, and then Grant's gonna go with L. Yeah, toys are awesome. We got Transformers here. This is a.
Oh no, the video wasn't on for the people. Thanks for subscribing.
Oh, look, let me show you a cool one real quick if I wasn't on. But this one, if it's on now.
Halo toys.
Yo, look how much I paid for this. You see how this is? This is a vehicle and a figure, right? Look, $7.99, man. Isn't that nuts?
That's crazy.
Like this was $7.99 too. I got this. I can sell these for like $40 all day long. I got this for $7.99 at Ollie's. There's a lot of discount stores around here, like DD's and Ollie's and Ross and Burlington and all that stuff.
If you want really high quality figurines, the Band Presto ones up in Japan with all those anime figures, I've seen several of those go for like $5,000 just for a high quality one.
Yeah. I've got a lot of the Takara Masterpiece figures, which are like Transformers. Like I got one that weighs like 50 pounds. Here, look, or not 50 pounds, so several pounds. Here, let me grab that one real quick.
He's now not in the cabinet room, by the way, if you noticed.
Like, this one's pretty cool too. It like turns into the ship. So this turns into the ship that they came to, like the Ark or whatever. And then this is a big ass Optimus Prime that's made out of die cast metal. That's like the 20th anniversary masterpiece. Man, this was one of the first things I got when I started collecting a long time ago, and I only paid $20 for this, which is unbelievable because something like this now is like $1,000. Crazy.
Yep.
But yeah, you name a toy line, you name a toy, I swear I got Voltron, I've got Ghostbusters, I've got Ninja Turtles, like G.I. Joe.
What about
everything.
Captain Planet?
Captain Planet, I wish I had some of that.
MASH?
Yeah, I did. I had the whole collection of MASH, dude. I just sold the clinger and drag for $160. Now I was scared of those because like I had a couple of them. I was fucking with them and they started falling apart because they're made by Ertl. Those came out like 83. And I was like, no, dude, I'm gonna glue these back together and just sell them. Like, no. Anything that starts getting brittle like that, I get scared of it.
The comic scene's a whole different beast, though. It's on a different level, but the toys are right up there. The comic.
Yeah, I got tons of comics. I stopped collecting in like the early 2000s though. Like I still do like limited editions and shit like that, and like number ones. Like here's a really old one. Like this is old as hell. Look at the price, the 60 cent on the fucking She-Hulk. Look at Stan Lee on the cover. Isn't that awesome?
Holy cow.
Yeah. Yeah, that's one of my favorites.
So I noticed you are now not in the cabinet room.
Huh? Oh, I couldn't find my laptop earlier.
So you are.
I wish I could do it on the phone so I could give you guys a tour.
You can do it on your phone. You could just open the link on the phone.
Well, I'll probably do it on the laptop. Or I can do it if I just do the thing on the phone. That's a good idea. Here, let me try it. It's about to die. Here, how about we'll set it for next week.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll do it next week.
My phone's literally about to die. I'll do it on my laptop or my phone, and then we can do like a tour of like my arcade and like my toys and shit. Because literally, I got thousands of toys on display, like tons and tons of stuff. Like every room has got friggin' toys to the ceiling. And then I built a 2-story shed that's just like filled with toys. But I don't know if you could probably see in the camera, but like, look, those are all G1 Transformers over there. It's like a mess in front of my TV right there, though. But there's like pegs, like all that stuff up there, and just a bunch of shit. This room's. I'm trying to get a way bigger house than this one in Tampa. Like I got a bigger house up in Georgia, but it's not cool up there like it is down here.
Hopefully you're buying a pretty good amount of shelving and spacing and drawers and cabinets wise and shelves.
Oh, dude, I got so much furniture. It's unbelievable, bro. Because I got to move everything from my other house, which is like 10 times the size of this house. So it's like, and I already got a lot of shit here. So it's not a matter of like cabinets or needing stuff. It's a matter of having space. You know what I'm saying?
Jaffe, did you watch Bonicola from Warner Bros?
Well, I watch what?
Bonicola, the TV series from 2016 on Boomerang.
It's some sort of TV show of Warner Brothers.
I used to watch Superboy. That's about all I watched on Warner Brothers. On Boomerang, I watched Scooby-Doo.
Oh yeah.
Listen, if y'all want to watch some good cartoons, get Tubi has
What the fuck, Diego?
Isn't he always somewhere around with his family and
Yeah.
blasting music? Isn't he always somewhere?
We have 2 more guests, but they don't have video, so we won't take them on now.
Look, here's a cool Ninja Turtle one. This one's pretty cool. That's old school. Slash. But I got all the old Turtles, the Technodrome, the sewer, all that bullshit. Like, y'all name a toy that. What was your dream? Okay, how about each and every one of you? What was your dream toy when you guys were kids?
I forget. It was one of the Hot Wheels. I was like when I was very little. It was, I forget what the model was, but it was one of the limited edition ones. It was like, I forget which one.
Like a treasure hunt?
Something around there, yeah.
Yeah. I got a lot of those all randomly around here. I used to fight people in the toy house for those when I was a kid. What about you, Diego? What's your dream toy?
I don't have a dream toy.
No. What about you, Reaver?
I got mine. My mother bring it for me from America back in the day. It was some turtle toy with dancing and stuff. I don't remember.
Right on.
It was some special edition of one of the turtles, and it was dancing. And then I got the big Arnold Schwarzenegger Terminator 2 toy, which has the 5 buttons behind the back, and it's
Oh, hell yeah. That's a cool one. I know what you're talking about, the talking T2, T1, T800.
yeah, I still have it somewhere, I think.
Nice. I have a friend that still has like his big ass Spider-Man from when he was a little kid. Like,
And
I was
also
like-
the Millennium Falcon from there were like little toys inside you could play with Star Wars things.
oh yeah. Like, yeah, you're talking about like the what are the Micro Machine ones?
Yeah, I think so. And then we also we begged money with my friend, when we were young to get the Mighty Max toys.
Oh, dude, I got all the Mighty Max toys, bro. I think I even got some like right here. And where the hell are they? What I do with them? I moved a lot of shit around, but I have like all the Mighty Max. Like I have all the little play sets with the little figurines still, which I'm surprised I was able to keep all that shit. But I still have those. That was a good show too. You ever watch the show?
No.
Oh, dude, if you ever get a chance, try to find that. It's really good.
Alrighty. So do we have anything else to talk about here now?
Oh, I'm gonna try to pick.
River, I'm gonna tell you something.
Okay, Diego, what?
Please fix the audio issues in all Limber games.
Maybe if
You
you
should have an override
maybe if
there
you
when,
are
like,
president,
Diego
I
doesn't
can
fix
fix
it.
those.
Because I want to play Rambo without the voice glitching, the glitching voice caused by the horrible emulation of audio.
Me too.
Uh,
Diego, there is like singing and stuff behind him.
This
Like,
mariachi.
well,
They got the
is
mariachi
he on a cruise?
going off in the background.
it's Latin music.
Yeah.
They're like blasting it with like EDM show music. They're blasting it. Blasting.
Diego's always in the most random place. He'll be at like a soccer station or a zoo.
Where in the world is Carmen San Diego?
No, where in the world is Juan Diego?
Yeah.
Where is he today? Is he in Costa Rica? Is he in Argentina? Is he in Mexico? Where in the world is Juan Diego?
It's a reference to where in the world is Carmen San Diego.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that show's awesome too, man. I used to watch that when I was like in 6th grade. Oh man, the PC game was so fun, dude. I remember hey, how about this? Does anybody remember edutainment games? Like games that we would play and actually learn shit and like look forward to playing more. You know what I mean? Like what
Parents bought
happened
me
to
so many of those things back in the day, and open up the Windows 98/XP machine and insert the CD, and off we go and learning.
You ever played Number Munchers?
No, I used to play, what was it, the Living Books games.
Yeah. Oregon Trail and like Number Munchers when I was like in the 80s were like the best games I ever played in my life.
And then we played some more at the elementary school with the computer labs.
We used to have in our school Mad Dog McCree on the PCs, I remember. And then we
Oh,
had
that's a
like
dope game.
then we had Amiga 500 as well, so we would like copy the discs. And I remember playing Mortal Kombat 1 and you had to change the disc when you do the fatality and stuff. It was so stupid.
That's horrible. I can never imagine having how to change a disc to do the fatality. It's bad enough that like the Saturn version like has a stutter sometimes, or like when you change in Shang Tsung, and like he like it goes and like it takes like 2 or 3 seconds. It's like it totally fucks the flow. But like imagine I did the fatality, you got to pull the disc out and watch it. That's crazy. Yeah, but Mad Dog McCree though, that's a great gun.
I actually made my own gun shooting game engine that works with the Crime Patrol 1. I should publish it sometime. It would be cool to add all these American laser games to it.
Yeah, I've got one of those lethal enforcers guns for the PlayStation, like the old style one. That would look good with that if you run it through an adapter.
I also really like the Space Pirates or whatever that game.
Yeah, those are some cool games. Space Gun's coming out soon for Steam. Like the old Tato game. They're gonna release that in Operation Wolf and Operation Tiger in that pack that has Night Strikers.
River.
It's gonna be dope.
Yes, Diego, what is it?
River. I noticed that the arcade version of Space Pirate you can emulate it via WinUI Amiga emulator, because the Space Pirates runs on Amiga based hardware.
Yeah, but it also runs on Windows. You can just get the Windows version and play that.
Is there like an Amiga 32 version?
But
it was ported to almost
no,
everything.
it's based on Amiga. It's based on Amiga 500. It's based on Amiga 500.
Yeah, there is like they have ported it to almost everything. So
Right on. Yeah, I seen they came out with some of those. I think even on PS4.
yeah, that's true.
It's like America Laser Active or some shit.
I should add the support for the Windows version on TeknoParrot, so it would use our controls and stuff. It would be quite sweet.
Oh yeah, that would be dope. I used to go and play that game in the arcade when I was a kid. The first Laser Interactive games, I played that and that.
I think the Crime Patrol 2 has the best intro. Wait. Yeah, here. This is, I guess, from where Diego lives.
Yeah, American Laser Games.
But now this.
Hey, tough guy! Are you looking for me?
Man, those were the
Come a little closer.
we used to have those like
I
games
am
with the FMV open.
Lopez, the narcotics king. Take a look around, tough guy. Nice,
What's the
huh?
other one? I remember. Like,
I have the
is it
mansion,
Corpse
I have the
Killer?
money, I have the
There was like a
drugs,
couple of them. That
I
did
have the
Sony
power.
CD that was-
So what makes you think a little cockroach like
There
you
was
could
Corpse
find me
Killer
in my
and
lap, huh?
Which is,
What?
the one where you invaded the aliens invaded the bachelorette party sleepover or something.
Yeah, you'd have to like set them into the like little trap things on.
Oh,
over the video
that's
event.
night something. Night trap.
And then
Let's see.
Sewer Shark was another one like that too.
Oh,
this
here's a
one.
really funny one. Was the it got a lot of flack, but plumbers don't wear ties.
Yeah, that's an old one.
This is also this is the most ridiculous intro I've.
Someone's receiver. This is Ursula Sky, commander of Colonial Star 1. We are under
Like the
attack.
old 3DO shit. There was some pretty bad ones on there.
The enemies are like they look like they are like from the street. Look at no,
Heat, under
just
attack.
a moment.
My ship has been overrun by the Black Brigade.
Homeless people.
Captain
No,
Talon is in control
the
of
leader
Star
of
Splitter
of
cannon.
them he comes
They're
soon.
beaming colonists aboard the Black Dragon as hostages until the cannon crystals are found.
I love that shit,
Situation
dude.
bleak.
Yeah, the Target Terror is
Deflector
dope like
shield
that
destroyed.
too.
Can't hold out much longer.
I know it's a little
Please
cheesy,
respond.
Yeah, it's great cheese.
but
Yeah, here-
there was another system that was similar, but you would actually insert a VHS in with the action map.
Yeah. Yeah, there was a couple shitty DVD systems too.
American Laser Games presents
Like, I'm trying to remember. I think it was like called like the Space Pirate or something when they came out with that like 3 or 4 games with Space Pirate.
Yeah, this is the main guy now, I think. This, yeah.
That's what I'm talking about right there, like some Wing Commander shit.
Pay no attention to this lovely but pitiful creature. Any attempt to come to her aid.
Why aren't companies making games like this right now?
Yeah, I love these kind of games.
Like seriously, like there should be a company that just makes cheesy ass 4:3 ratio VCR filtered FMV games, and they can make them so much better because like we could do them how they envisioned them like back in the 90s. Like that would be fucking amazing.
Oh, we have new visitor, Pork Chop Messiah.
Queen Bee.
Hey, Bill. Didn't
What's going
expect
on?
to see you on here.
Yeah, I actually just wanted to pop on, see what it was all about.
Just talking games.
Yeah, when I was a kid, I worked on the boardwalk at the Jersey Shore, like basically the same place they filmed the TV show, and I played Mad Dog McCrae all the time. I was able to get through the game on $1.
Oh wow! I used to play that at Dream Machine when I was a kid. They had it on like a 50-inch projector.
River.
Around that time, I remember a game was like I think it was a Sega game that had a hologram.
Oh, you're talking about the one where it was like the Western game where you kind of like went to the future at time.
Yeah, it was like it had like sort of a dome. Like it was kind of like a dome, and then you
it was like a white dome and it had a
Yeah.
hologram thing that played and that you played it. Yeah, I played that before. I'm trying to remember what the hell it was called.
Yeah, I used to try to play that. I had the keys. I used to open it up and flick credits on it in between, helping people and stuff. And I could never even figure out how to play the damn thing. But I remember that game was awesome.
Oh, you mean the holographic fighter game?
Yeah, that was like back. Those were probably the best jobs I ever had. They were garbage jobs and they didn't pay anything, but man, they were fun.
Oh, hey, somebody pinged and said that Guilty Gear Strive source code has been leaked. What the hell?
Hold on, let's see here. What was
And
the
some
name of the
prototypes as well.
Sega hologram game. What was that thing called? Yeah, a Time Traveler. I was right. Time Traveler. I had to I was second guessing myself for a second.
We also added support for this. What was the shooting game that had the hologram or the multi-displays holograms? It was the Akuma. Yeah, Akuma had that.
How about you have Dark Escape? Can you do Dark Escape or like Dead Storm Pirates?
No, because I can't contact the team that works on that project. I would have wanted to collaborate with them, but
Well, it's that RCCS3 fork that do.
yeah. Project Omed or something.
But isn't it like an ES3 derivative or something?
No. It's PS3 based.
Oh, okay. So it's not the Namco system. It's an actual Sony system.
No, it's Namco
Well, it's
system.
Namco using Sony hardware.
Yeah, 357 and
It's like a modified PS3 or PS4 with like special
PS3
BIOS.
with special boards and firmware and everything.
It's got like a JVS setup or some shit.
Yeah, it has a JVS and the dongles always in the games, but I learned how.
Oh, so there's an encryption key, so you have to decrypt it.
No, not really. There is
They've
just
been dumped and they run on RCPS3, but is there a way to like get it to run to like Windows or like switch it to like Unity or anything like that?
no, only with RPCS3 because it's PlayStation 3 binary.
And that one requires like a special BIOS anyways. That's not the regular version they put out.
Yeah, true.
Okay.
Yeah, and they also burned out. I mean, the GPUs would like the solder would fuck up. So I got.
Yeah, they did the yellow ring of death or some shit. Probably.
Yeah, I had to get some of those reballed and fixed. There was a lab here in Finland that did that for me, and then it worked fine.
Yeah, when I had a 360, well, I still have 360, but when I used to play 360 nonstop, I went through like 30 of them in 2 years before they fixed it with the Falcon motherboard. That shit was ridiculous. But I still have the same damn PS3 I had from like back then. Somehow I didn't get the yellow ring of death. But 30 Xbox 360s later, like what the hell?
Didn't the Xbox, the originals ones, have problems with the cooling fans?
I had all kinds of shit, man.
I had rewired one myself, and when they started charging for online, that's when I went to PS.
The first version I got that lasted longer than a few months was like the when they came out with that Halo version, like the green one, and they switched the motherboard over, and then I bought a Japanese one that was like the arcade version, which was the Falcon motherboard that had the 4 megabyte memory card integrated onto the motherboard or some stupid shit. It was retarded. But I mean, I'm still playing on that one. I haven't had to replace that one. And that's what pissed me off, is because the first Japanese one I had, I paid like $5 for, plus like 100 shipping, and then that shit broke, and then it's like I had like a $600 paperweight. But luckily I got that arcade version for like, I think it was like $350 shipped, which wasn't so bad. And like I said, it's lasted since then. But all the other ones I replaced for American.
All the systems I bought over the years and moving place to place, and I just don't even know where any of them went. Like,
I still have my OG Genesis. I still have my OG Nintendo. I still got my Super Famicom, my original N64. I still got my original PlayStation, my original Saturn. Like all my old consoles, even my original Dreamcast still works. Now, I did have to change the disk drive in that. But outside of that, everything else has been fine. But I still have all my original consoles. The only ones that really have gone bad of me has been 360. Like everything else has like been fine.
Yeah, if I knew back then what I know now, I would have never gotten rid of those things. I would have held them. I had so many of those older Sega systems, the Sega CD, TurboGrafx CD.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have like 30, 40 consoles also myself. I should sell them at some point. I have like Panasonic Q and
A river.
Ooh, I want a Q. I've always wanted a Q. I never had. I had the PSX.
Yeah, I have the PSX, the best model also, and a lot of
That
other
one's
stuff.
pretty dope. And I had the Divers Dreamcast a long time ago, but I don't have one of those now.
I have a lot of the small consoles as well, like Neo Geo Pocket and all the other special ones. I used to order a lot of stuff from Japan. I remember I had over 100 cartridges, but I sold them.
Yeah, I got every single one of those sitting right here. Honestly, like I got the Super Famicom one. That's like the Super Nintendo, the PAL version with the colored buttons, and then you probably got one of these, right? These like the Neo Geo. Like
No, I don't have that. I only have the actual consoles. Then I have like the Famicom Twin, which has the disk drive and the cartridge port and the.
Oh yeah, I've seen those. Are cool. Yeah, I've got a couple Neo Geos. I have like MVSs though. I used to have AES, but I don't have that anymore.
Yeah, I have MVS, and then I have CD also. And then I also Panasonic 3DO and
The oil river.
what?
River.
Yes, Diego, what is it?
I remember I remember a FMV game called Brain Deader. I played this game, but in Spanish.
I've heard of that. Hey, Reaver, did you see that they did a version of Mortal Kombat for 3DO?
Mortal Kombat what?
The first, was it Mortal Kombat 2 for 3DO?
I don't remember.
No, someone came out with one recently.
Oh, yeah, I saw the news about that. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah. What
It
the
looks
hell?
really good, man. Like, it might be the best version of Mortal Kombat 2 that they ever ported to a console. See, that's the other thing, is like we're getting ports of games now of like older games, like X-Men, like the original X-Men arcade game. The 6-player one got ported to Sega Saturn. And like they did a pretty good job on that. Like it's pretty much perfect.
Yeah.
I remember I had an X-Gen game from my Commodore 64. that was the first computer I ever got.
Well, they had an X-Men game?
Yeah.
I remember when my friend had the Commodore, and then he had the cassette drive, and we would wait for the games to load to get some error on the screen and stuff, and it was so.
I remember when I had the first Neo Geo CD before I had the CDZ, and it would take forever.
Yeah, I
to
have the
load.
CD. It takes a lot of time to load the games.
I actually
Yeah,
ran a
me
bulletin
too.
board off a Commodore 64.
Hey, but it was worth it. I'll tell you that, man, because compared to like spending what $300 for AES cart back then, and you'd pay like what $40-$50 for a Neo CD game.
I think my friend has like almost all the AES games.
Yeah, I
No,
used to have the
MVS, sorry, the MVS games. He has like all his like cabinets full of them.
Yeah, I have every MVS game, and then I have 5 prototypes. So like I think I released 4 of them to the public. And then Dion, he has the rest of the others, like Lost Odyssey Pinball or whatever the hell, and the Dual Masters and some other shit. But he uses those as leverage to sell to people for like 30 G's so you can stay on top. He's smart. He makes them sign an NDA. He's like, yo, you can't share the ROMs. You know what I mean? I'll sue you. And the thing is like I said, when we went to court back then, when they came after us, we had all the documentation still from S&K after they went under. It's like they tried to sue him and take that shit back from him. He ended up countersuing them, and he got paid. And he never had to work another day in his life after that.
You Americans are crazy.
It was
with your court system.
Aruza's dumbasses decide they want to sue us, and they were a gambling company, so they were flush with cash. You know what I mean? They made a huge mistake. They didn't realize they were messing with people who knew what the hell they were doing. I remember that.
I'm going to jump off, guys. I want to thank you for everything.
Thank you for coming here. And everyone is a hero who comes here.
All right, guys.
Have a good one. I wish y'all would have been around for the drama in the early 2000s. That shit was crazy when the arcade scene was dying. Now it's a fucking monopoly, man. That's the worst part about it, is because now you got Dave and Buster's and Round One or whatever the hell. They're pretty much like the only show in town.
Well, of course, because Round One is owned by the man with the tattoos. At least in the beginning. In Japan, the Yakuza was initially at least.
Oh, okay. That's all you gotta say. That's who I used to work with back when Sega, man. Back before when Hitomi was president a long time ago. That was all Yakuza, bro, until the president died, man. Then they're like, oh, we gotta do things differently. The old way's dead. We gotta do it the new way.
Yeah, they're all legitimate now, I guess, mostly. So.
Yeah, they went totally fucking legit. And you know what happened when they went legit is they lost their spark. They don't have that energy anymore. They used to I felt like there was more pressure on them when they had to succeed. Like there was more pressure on them. It's like, if you don't succeed, it's gonna be worse for you than you think. And now it's kind of like, oh, we're just gonna farm this shit out to whatever studio do it in Europe or Shanghai or something like that. A lot of stuff used to be straight Japan. We had AM2, we had Hitmaker, we had WoW Entertainment. You know what I'm saying? Like we had all that shit. You had Sonic Team, and now they don't give a shit. It's all under just whatever umbrella that Sega Sammy just wants to decide to farm this shit out to whatever. And then give an associated credit to. It's like, dude, you used to have teams that were dedicated to particular. Now, don't get me wrong. They did bring Yu Suzuki back as consultant producer, and tomorrow they're going to do a stream for Virtual Fighter, okay? So that's a good thing. They're moving in the right direction with that, especially with Crazy Taxi and Shinobi drops in August 26th or whatever. Very good for them. But, man, for the last several years, they haven't given a fuck about consoles or arcades. As far as their own particular work, they'd farm it out to .mu or somebody else, like the Streets of Rage or the Sonic Mania. They weren't working on things themselves, but they're still doing that to where they're farming stuff out. But at least with Suzuki, bringing him back, he can work on it and bring it up to the level that it needs to fucking be at to meet the predecessors. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel that a lot of that Japanese people, they have very unique way of thinking, and they are very like unique. So when they make games and stories, they are very like so well built and so lovable and everything. And then if you just outsource everything to some India or China, it becomes soulless slop.
It loses its polish.
Yeah,
is
yeah,
what it
yeah.
does. It has
Because
like a flavor to it.
Japanese are very like dedicated to their work, and they polish everything up very well. So
It's like you wouldn't even have to have a title screen. You could have picked up one of Sega's games back in the day, and you knew when you were playing it, it was a Sega game.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Now it's like they need to get back to that. It's like how we play Capcom games. We know it's a fucking Capcom game. There's no denying what a Capcom game is. And it's funny because you look at Platinum Games, who was like Hideki Kamiya and all that left over from there. They were originally Clover Studios, then folded, moved in, started their own studio as Platinum. But they're basically just an extension of Capcom. You know what I'm saying? They'll still do work for them here and there, like making shit. I'm pretty sure they're working on the next Ninja Gaiden for Microsoft right now with Team Ninja. But they did Bayonetta. They did like the Ninja Turtles and the Transformers Devastation games, which are actually pretty good. But they all like run on the same engine as Devil May Cry. Like they're all like derivative of that or whatever.
yes.
I'm looking forward to seeing Virtual Fighter. I hope one day you guys can add that to the collection.
Are you in the Discord, Chaphe, by the way?
Nah, but I'll probably join soon.
Yeah, I have to ask you some questions. So how can I contact you?
Yeah, I'll get on there.
All right.
I'm usually in Yeezy's Discord, but I'll get on yours. We got a lot of what do you call it, controversy going on right now over here.
In which Discord?
We're trying to test the limits of free speech. We tried to upload a song to DSP the other day because we were working on.
You mean the new Kanye West song?
Yes, sir.
But I find it very ridiculous that now people get angry about that. But because when I was young, I remember we would listen to metal songs and maybe even some satanic songs, and our parents are like, oh my God, you cannot listen to that. So basically now all the people who are hating Kanye West are just like old people like that. They're like, oh, you cannot say that. And
it's crazy.
And you cannot do that. And when we were young, we didn't care. We were like waving our hair and listening to Satan here in Finland, and it was like
it's
a cool
you
thing
can't
with
take it seriously.
Yeah,
it's like a parody. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like what the problem is, I think, is that, and I know this from speaking with him personally, is that you need to test the boundaries of free speech to awake other minds. Diego, please mute him.
Okay.
So basically, he makes it ridiculous on purpose so they could say, "Oh, this could be played," but then he's trying to say to people, "It's like it's a joke." Like he even told him on the interview the other day, "It's a joke."
Yeah,
We're
but
not being serious.
that's I think just like a marketing tactic, like with the metal bands here in Finland in the 90s.
Controversy. It's no
Yeah,
different than
yeah,
Manson or Alice
exactly.
Cooper or like Elvis even. You know what I'm saying? Like before they're just trying to push the boundaries. But the fucked up part about it is they're taking it out on them. Like they just pulled Donda 2 off the Apple Music yesterday. So the whole album's no longer on there. And
Yeah, but that will only increase the popularity. The more you try to suppress something, it will just like spread more.
It's going to become counterculture.
Yeah, that's what I mean. His tactic is to become the counterculture, and he's gonna do crazier and crazier things to just get more and more listeners. And it's
more people
funny.
pay attention to it because it becomes a sideshow, like kind of like the Sun or the Inquirer.
Yeah, it's like with the gangster rap in the 90s and 80s when they were selling drugs and shooting, and people were appalled.
The Gore shit where
Yeah.
she was trying to shut down everything. Like, oh my God! And then the worst thing is they went after Body Count. I don't know if you remember, but that was
Yeah, I loved Body
Tracy
Count
Murrow,
when I was young. Yeah.
Ice-T or whatever.
They had the Cop Killer song.
Yeah, the cop killer. And what's funny is that he plays a cop for like the last 20 years.
Yeah,
on
that's
TV.
true.
The irony of the entire
But
situation.
I always try to not get too emotional about stuff because you never know what the real goal of this thing is and stuff.
Well,
like
that's
that.
the crazy part. If you watch the videos, even for the latest body, like Ice-T still makes music, okay? If you watch his videos for the latest body count or listen to his songs, they're more offensive than anything that's Kanye's putting out right now. So it's just very hypocritical of them to like in one of the videos, he's like literally like killing a cop in the video I just watched like a few weeks ago. It's like on YouTube. They even got another one where he's like hanging a guy and shit. It's like, what the fuck? Y'all got to be kidding me. I think they just don't like him. I think it has more to do with his personal views than necessarily what he's saying.
Yeah,
and that's just my opinion.
So anyways, what drama were you talking about? Oh yeah, you were talking about uploading the video and stuff.
Yeah, I got banned off, not banned, I got a strike on YouTube, and then they wouldn't let us put it on Spotify because he did his version, I did a version, and then one of the producers went to upload it on SoundCloud, and then they banned it off there. So we literally had to make our own websites and post it. So he made a website, I made a website, Nas made a website, and then like I'll send you a link to it when I get on Discord, and you can see the one I made because it has like the music straight up streaming on the site.
All right.
They're not gonna stop us. We got even more offensive shit than that coming out. If you think that song is offensive, you ain't seen nothing yet.
So wait a minute, you are involved somehow on that?
Yes, I mix a lot of the music. I do sound engineering.
Nice. I also made many songs. I don't know if you ever heard my songs. Oh no, the studio refreshed. I was supposed to come off already, but let's.
This one and changing like
Sorry, I dropped off.
Whatever the speed is and the different tones of the treble or whatnot, and just changing mixes and samples and cuts is mostly what we do. And then we send that in, and then he adds vocals and shit like that, and then we'll remix it and mix it. Like it will go through like 25, 26 versions before we even get to a version that's even susceptible to like start on.
Yeah, you can find my songs here in the what the fuck play
level 1.
No, this is Levely. It's with I in the end. This is my and my friend's YouTube channel, and here we have like my songs here in this.
Yeah, listen, you want to submit beats, I'll give you a link to one of our executive producers, and you could submit because
I buy the beats from my producer. We just make the so I just rap in the songs. You know.
Oh, okay. Because I was gonna say right now we're taking in beats. We got a thing where we're taking beats in for people, like just a suggestion.
And then I made a music video like in a boat and stuff.
Okay, right on.
But yeah, that is just
like some Lonely Island shit.
Almost, yes. So anyways, oh yeah, and I was talking about last week about going into to see my friend. I was cornering my friend in this fight event called Ice Skates Fighting. Let's see. And my friend is like the most hated person in Finland because he says controversial stuff in videos. So they sold out an entire hockey stadium with 9,000 people. And he was fighting this ex-gangster drug dealer, gun-slinging guy. And then, where is the...
That sounds like some Sam Hyde shit right there.
There was the video somewhere.
My one friend who's like a producer guy I know, he used to be a punk rocker back in the 80s, and he had the NAACP picket his concert, and his band's name was the Jehovah's Sicknesses.
Jehovah's Sicknesses.
And then his bass player went on to form a band called Helmet, if you've probably ever heard of them before.
No, I haven't.
They used to tour with Primus and Tool, like back in the 90s, like Helmet did. Like we were still listening to them after that because they were cool. But I know a lot. I mean, I know a lot of friggin' musicians like here in Tampa. Like I grew up meeting like tons of people, like a lot of DJs. Marilyn Manson was out here for years before he blew up. He would play like $10 shows, $5 shows everywhere before he got popular.
Where the fuck is the... Here is the full link for the fight. So this gangster called my friend a transsexual and said that he could never beat him and he is like a woman and then he said in the social media that women should watch out where they go in the nights or if they get attacked or violated or whatever, they should not... Well, it was a stupid way of saying it, but it got a big scandal in Finland and all the mainstream media was talking about it. So everybody wanted to see my friend get fucked up.
Yeah, everybody's talking about this shit over here. They won't shut the hell up about it.
So here is the entrance. And let's see where I am here. Because I'm a knight of this Maltese order, he wanted me to come and bless him before the fight and pray with him. Here, I was training a lot with him for this fight. And this is the gangster guy.
He whipped his ass.
And yeah, there is this song is playing that said that if his name is Tagala, he should be beaten up in his intro to the ring. And he was like the most feared man in Finland and said that he will knock my friend out in 10 seconds. And my friend was only training for 4 months, but he was training with these Thai world champions every day, 2 times a day, except Sundays. So we were just training him for the fight. It was so funny. This gangster was supposed to beat my friend and the entire arena went silent after the knockout. It was.
Do you know who iDubbbz is?
Now check, it's gone now.
Ooh, that was a good one. This guy iDubbbz is hosting a fight here called Creator Clash, where they're having a bunch of different online...
those are crazy. This is the similar things they're doing here. Like my friend is a TikToker and he was fighting this other guy who is a now YouTuber.
Yeah, and his ass real good. That was a good one. You didn't even give him no time.
Yeah, now like we had one guy call us from prison on TikTok and saying that, oh, this gangster guy is a fake gangster and saying horrible stuff about him. And now everybody is challenging.
The bigger they are, the harder they fall.
Yeah, now everybody is challenging my friend and it's so funny. Like he comes to our show tomorrow. We will see what will happen. But
you should tell him he should fight professionally.
Yeah, he's gonna do, but slowly, of course. He cannot take
you gotta build into it if you haven't started into it. You know what I mean?
But this was the first fight ever, so it was pretty well executed.
Well, listen, for a first fight, that's a lot better than I've seen for people who've been training for a lot longer. So he's got some talent, man. I can tell you that.
Yeah, he hits really hard. Yeah. Anyways, so now finally I have to go. We have 1.5 hours.
Good talking. I'll catch you on the Discord.
Yeah, send me a message on Discord. Thank you everyone for coming in today and thank you for all the subscribers. Remember the presidential tier if you want to affect our development direction and other stuff like that. And I hope to see you next week again. And then we will do the free game raffle and see our next week's updates that we will be working on. But every other week free vote and every other week we try to bring something new to you. And there is gonna be a big feature coming up which will be more automatic way to use TeknoParrot, more easy way to use. If you have the ROM set, you can just add it at the controls, everything will work. I mean the validated ROM files that you own. So anyways, I'll see you in Discord even today. So until next week. Oh, I almost forgot. We need to watch the comments from the last episode, so let's do that quickly. And then I'll go. We still have 40 people here watching. So, 6 comments. Are you guys excited for Rambo Elf Loader 2? What's the difference between Elf 2 Rambo and Standard Rambo? Elf 2 has graphical fixes and improvements including crash. I don't think it has graphical fixes, but maybe some crash fixes. And then AMD patch for Harley, please. No AMD devs at the moment. Why thank you post being removed? I don't know what you're talking about. 888 views. Blessings. All right, until next week. Thank you everybody for participating.